The world has changed since C-19, and our way of living will never be the same. But I admit, I like most of the changes. One change being that I can work from home every day. Zoom has become my best friend, not only for work but as another means to socially engage with my friends and loved ones. Every Friday night at 9:30, my two best friends, Sharon and Allison, and I meet on Zoom and stay on for hours, talking, laughing, and sharing different aspects of our lives with one another. We all lived alone in our own homes. Before C-19, we would rotate staying at each other's homes one Friday each month, but we began meeting on Zoom every Friday since C-19. Besides, it was convenient and we did not have to leave the comfort of our homes. One Friday night while on Zoom, Sharon said,
I hear something. I think someone is in my house.
I knew how paranoid Sharon tends to be, but we still wanted to make sure she was safe. I said, "Do you want me to come stay with you tonight?" Allison also agreed to go to her house. Sharon stated,
No, I'm fine. It's probably just the house settling.
Allison stated,
Okay, if you insist. But all you have to do is say the word and I am there.
We stayed on Zoom for about another half hour and ended the session. The following morning, I called Sharon to check on her. She told me she thought she heard scratching sounds on the walls in the hallway outside of her bedroom, but the noises only lasted for a few minutes. She stated she did not get any sleep because she was afraid. Later that day, I stopped by Sharon's place to check on her and make sure her home was secure. Sharon was in a good mood and stated she had not put any more thoughts into the noises she heard the previous night. She believes the noises were from a mouse that made its way into her home. Sharon had already been to the store before I arrived and purchased several mouse traps, which were placed throughout her home. I checked her home and everything seemed to be in place and secure. I said, I don't think you have anything to worry about. I agree with the mouse theory. Congratulations, you now have a new roommate. We began laughing, and we spent the rest of the day at her house sipping wine and catching up on our favorite TV shows. But the week passed, and it was now Friday. I logged into our weekly Zoom meeting, and Sharon was already logged on. She did not look well. Her hair was frizzy, and she had dark circles underneath her eyes. She looked as if she had not slept all week. Just as I was about to ask Sharon if she was okay, Allison logged into the Zoom call.
Hey ladies, what's this? Dang girl, you look awful.
I interrupted. Stop it, Allison. I continued. Sharon, you do look tired. Is everything okay? Sharon didn't answer. She just nodded her head, indicating she was fine. Allison blurted out,
Girl, what's wrong with you?
I interrupted her again. What Allison is trying to say is, are you okay? I rolled my eyes at Allison and her inability to show compassion. Sharon finally spoke.
I'm fine. I just think...
Sharon lowered her head. It was then that I noticed that Sharon was sitting in complete darkness. Only the light of candles next to her illuminated her immediate surroundings. I asked, Sharon, why are you sitting in the dark? She looked up and into the webcam, her eyes fixed, making it feel as if she were staring into my eyes. She whispered,
Someone's in my house.
Sharon's eyes began moving to each side as if she were looking for something, but her head and body were frozen. Allison blurted,
Sharon, stop playing. Turn on the lights and stop playing.
Sharon looked back into the camera and put her finger to her lips, gesturing for us to be silent. Sharon's eyes widened. She whispered,
There's someone?
Sharon's camera cut off, removing her active video from the Zoom call. Allison and I stared at each other in silence. Suddenly, a message popped up in the chat box that read,
You should have believed her.
That was my last Zoom meeting.